Yes, football is back. Arsenal is back. But this time around, it's not the Premier League that everyone is actually waiting for. But this time around, it's the FA Cup quarterfinals. Arsenal have gotten to the critical stage. Yeah, we've gotten to the critical stage. You see, this stage, this time of the year, is when everything gets that good or bad. Between now and the end of the season, it's either they come out with winning 3 trophies, 2 trophies, 1 or nothing. And that nothing is what Arsenal fans not want to hear at this time of the year. After 7 or 5, after how many years of waiting for the Premier League, we're in this stage now. We have to win it. But this time around, tomorrow, Arsenal will be playing Southampton in the FA Cup. We'll be going away to Southampton, and people will see that game as an easy game. But for me, between now and the end of the season, there are no easy games again. There are no easy games, because every game we've got now between now and the end of the season is going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough, and I expect a tough tie against Southampton, because I expect us to rotate so many players, because we've got the Champions League during the week, which is a very, very big one as well. Because remember, Sporting Lisbon came back from a 3-0 deficit against Bodo Glimt to win. I think they won 5-4, I guess. But that's not what we're talking about now. Today is the FA Cup game, because after that loss against Man City, Arsenal needs to bounce back, and the best way to bounce back is against Southampton, because we need to bounce back against Southampton. Everyone expected Arsenal to win that game against Manchester City. I went into that game with a different mindset, because I felt like, okay, it's an FA Cup, it's a final, anything can happen. You have no divine right to win a final. That's what I know. You have no divine right to win a final, especially when you're playing against Man City. So this FA Cup game now is gonna be an easy one, to be honest. But I just want us to win and progress to the next stage, because we just need to win something big this season. Although so many Arsenal fans, if you tell them, do you want to win the FA Cup this season, Arsenal fans will tell you no, because they would prefer to win either the Premier League or the Champions League. And especially the position we are currently in the Premier League now, we have to go on and win the league. We just have to go on and win that league this season, like whether we like it or not. So the fans are not ready to hear any excuses about this and that. We just have to go and win. This is the time for us to win, and we have to win now. We just have to win. We just have to win. And I believe the boys are going to do it this time around. I know they're going to get over the line. I know that what happened against Man City was just a blip, and so many stories going around during the international break, because Arsenal pulled so many players out of the international team because of the amount of injuries they had. So many pundits are actually saying that Mikel Arteta has actually done it again, and trying to play the dirty games or dark arts game by bringing out players. But those same people that are actually complaining were fans of rivals that used to do it. When Sir Alex Ferguson used to do it, no one said anything. When Jose Mourinho used to do it, then no one said anything. Now, time for Arsenal to do it. But we're seeing the league. We're seeing that we're close to winning something, doing something great this season, and you're telling us not to pull out our players. No story. Story. Yes, I'm happy actually. That's one of the first time I'm actually very proud of Arsenal, because every season we keep losing players due to injuries after the international break, and most of the games they played during the international break were meaningless games, apart from Italy and Italy, Denmark, and Sweden, that had a very, very important World Cup qualifying game. And you can see, and I'm also happy for Victor Gyökeres. He scored in that game, and he didn't just score, he scored a critical goal. Even the game before that, he scored a hat-trick as well to help them push through to the that stage, which was actually a good sign for Arsenal, because we need Gyökeres firing. We need Gyökeres firing between now and the end of the season. I know between the start of the year, his goal returns have actually been very, very good. But we need Victor Gyökeres between now and the end of the season to start firing. Like, he needs to, because that performance against Man City, I know most of them is actually not down to him actually, but we just need more from Victor Gyökeres. Gyökeres needs to do more when he gets to that stage. And during the international break, Arsenal lost so many players. I remember, I think Arsenal lost so many players due to injury. Some might say they actually just It was Arsenal dirty tricks to try and negotiate with the national team to bring those players back. That's your concern. I don't care. For me, I'm happy with this decision. But I think most of Arsenal players are out injured. Even before the international break, Eze was out injured. He had an injury. I saw that injury against Leverkusen. He had an injury against Leverkusen, but since then, I think he didn't. That was the reason why he didn't play in the final, because I was disappointed not to see him, because with the form he had going into that game, I was expecting him to start that game, but because of the injury, I feel like Arteta decided to protect him. That's what I feel. So if Arteta has decided to protect him, so that's the best thing to do for me, because between now and the end of the season, the Carabao Cup is not so important to me. Now and the end of the season, the FA Cup, the Premier League, and Champions League is what matters to me. Can't remember going into the stage of the season and Arsenal are still in all three competitions. I can't remember. Well, that's good actually. Good to see. I'm actually happy. So yeah, so I'll just go to the team news and see the injury that Arsenal have. I think we've got a lot of injuries at the moment. I think so many of these players, I don't expect them to play against them Southampton tomorrow. The likes of Noni Madueke, Martin Zubimendi, William Saliba, Eberechi, I don't expect them to play, but I expect them to be back the following week. But I expect Martin Odegaard to be back. I think according to the news we're hearing, I think he'll be back against Southampton. So if he comes back, that's good for us, because we need him back as well. We need him between now and the end of the season. We've got 7 games to go. That's 7 games in the Premier League is more. It's like 200 games, because 7 cup finals. Those games are actually 7 cup finals, not to even add the Champions League games and the FA Cup games. So that's why I also need them to rest. Don't even bring them to the team, but the players that are actually going to come in, I expect them to do better. Like the likes of Saka, I know they said he was actually injured. But the manager of England actually came out to say it was not a serious injury, but it's just they were not 100% fit. That's why he didn't start them. So I expect us to go on and win, respective of the amount of injuries we've got. And also I expect us to try and use Max Taumann in this game. It's another game opportunity for him to showcase himself as well. So that's it. So this is a very good game. I expect us not to win. And for me, we're supposed to win that game. So, and that's it for me. And with that, I'll be giving my predicted match 11. My predicted match 11 for this game, I'll start in goal. Start with Kepa in goal. I know so many people are saying Kepa shouldn't start, but for me, he should start. The defensive pair should be Saliba, should be Christian Muslera, Gabriel, Pierre Nkapie on the left-hand side, Ben White on the right-hand side. In the midfield, Christian Norgard, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard. In front of them will be Bukayo Saka or Max Taumann. And on the left-hand side will be Gabriel Martinelli and Victor Gyökeres up front, or maybe Gabriel Jesus, because his cameo against Man City when he came was very good. So I expect us to win this game. It's not going to be an easy one, but let's go and win this game. I hope Arsenal go on and win this game, because we just need to win that game. So this is just a very soft match preview for the game. I just keep it simple, because I expect us to win, but it's still not going to be an easy one, because we're going away to Southampton. We've not got a good record against Southampton when we go there. Actually, if you look at it critically, over the years we've lost a lot of games at Southampton, but fingers crossed we win this one and we'll move into the semi-finals where it gets tougher. Come on, you Gunners.